on, jammers? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of JMTV. As you guys already know, this quarantine thing is still going on. The virus is still going around. We're keeping our fingers crossed and keeping our prayers up. Okay, so this episode, are you currently quarantined with a hater or somebody that just get on your nerves? That's what this episode is about. Try not to kill each other. See, when two people get into a place and it's just them two there, it's gonna be tension. Let me stand up for this and say this again. Jammers, it's gonna be tension. Everything ain't gonna run smoothly. Everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream. But here's a few things that you can do to sort of curb the tension if you button heads with your spouse. First thing, so you button heads or whatever, you get you walking past, they giving you a look like this or whatnot. This is how you do it. You simply walk away. Walking away, giving yourself a little bit of time. But see, because you stuck in the house together, it's difficult for you to go anywhere or get a hotel room or just kind of just like, look, I'm not fucking with you right this second. So you got to find out ways in order to get space in the same space. So one real good suggestion is sit down, close your eyes, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a deep breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just mellow it out. Now, you might be with somebody that want to argue with you real bad. Somebody that's taking advantage of the fact that you just can't walk away. With those kind of people, you got to let your kindness not be mistaken for weakness. Be kind, but there comes a time when you have to tell a motherfucker what time it is. Wait a minute, bitch. Okay, you've been walking around here. I've been letting you do your shit. You dig? I know we ain't confined together or whatnot, but enough is the fuck enough. Quit taking advantage of the fact that the coronavirus is popping and nobody can split ways. Quit taking advantage of that. Because when this shit over with, I'm gonna leave your punk ass. Just because you acting the way the fuck that you acting. Now here's another thing. For all of those that's caught in the house with a motherfucker that you really don't love, and a motherfucker really don't love you back. Before the coronavirus, both you hoes was cheating on each other like 90 going north. Both you hoes. You both hoes. Both you hoes was cheating on each other like 90 going north, and now y'all have to be in a house and play like it's love in the air. Naturally, if you haven't been building up your relationship before the coronavirus, then during the coronavirus, it ain't gonna be a happy time. It ain't gonna be a happy ordeal. You dig? So that's another thing that you have to be very wary of, putting yourself in a fucked up position because of the moves that you made before the coronavirus, before we all was on lockdown. Now, we already talked about counting to 10. We did that. We talked about walking away. We did that. We talked about going into separate rooms. If you in the office, I'm in the backyard. If you in the garage, I'm in the guest room. Just to get enough space. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important to give each other that space. Now, for all my jammers out there that's in loving relationships, you know what I mean. There are always going to be little picks and pecks and things of that nature. My suggestion is you use it as a barometer to know what buttons to push and what buttons not to push. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are certain buttons that you can push to motivate your spouse. And then there are certain buttons that you can push to make them not want to do shit. You know what I mean? So say thank you every time your spouse washes the dishes for you. Say thank you every time your spouse puts the clothes in the dryer or in the washer or folds them or whatever that may be. Say thank you. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a long ass way, because a motherfucker feels appreciated. Like they feel like, damn, you know, you grateful for my presence and all the work that I'm doing. It's not just unsung. Okay. Now, we talked about 3 different ways for you guys to get a little air, get a little space. I got one more way. I'll be right back. Hold up. Before I show y'all the other way in order to get a little space, release some, you know, all that stress and stuff in the air. First of all, when I spoke to my wife about this, that's crazy. My wife and shit, you feel me? My husband was it. But when I spoke to my wife, she was like, "Is there something that you want to tell me now?" I said, nah, you know, you've been pretty cool. There's a few things we could talk about, but we good. So this has nothing to do with you, baby. When you see this, it ain't got nothing to do with you, baby. She said, "Is there something that we need to discuss, nigga?" It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. When shit starts to get real hectic, just go into that Bible. I just turn to King David playing the harp. Whenever the Spirit of God came on Saul, David would pick up his harp and play. And Saul would then be relieved and feel better, and the evil spirit would leave him. So basically, whenever you get it's too much pressure or some drama in the household, just pick up the scripture. Because everybody in this book has been through 20, 30, 40 times worse and maintained and managed. And this is just all about faith. Through struggle, through all of tragedies. Faith, just keeping the faith in something else. God. Okay, jammers, I have another go-to. Bang! When things really is just too much, crack you open one of these, have your little glass, and enjoy responsibly. It'll help get a lot of pressure off. And, you know, the doctor told me, he said, B, make sure you have 1 glass a day just because it's healthy for your heart. Make sure you have 1 glass a day. These are doctor prescribed. And you know you living in a good world when your doctor tells you to have you one. Fucking love that doctor. Fucking love him. Okay, so we talked about the main ways to not kill your spouse, your partner, or your kids during this isolation period. And always remember, it's good to get closer to your family anyway, because at the end of the day, family is all that you have, jammers. You understand? That's why I push this family channel, you know, for my children, for my wife, for family in general. Because when all the chips fall, family will always be there. Right, wrong, indefinite. They'll always be there. Let's review. We talked about prayer, taking the time out to pray through through the drama. We talked about 10 minutes, 10 seconds, taking a little bit of time. We talked about getting space in different rooms. Quiet time. During this isolation time, just take time out. It's quiet time. Let's take 10 minutes out. I learned this in marriage counseling before we got married. Just close your eyes, shut all the way down. Find a good place and just take 10 minutes and clear all your thoughts. Don't think anything, just peace and breathe. And everybody in the house do the same. Now, when you do this, you take 10 minutes out. I'd say don't go no more than 15. You take 10 minutes out to just peace. It's the equivalent of getting 5 hours of sleep. Scientifically, it's the equivalent of getting 5 hours of sleep because you are shutting your body down and just resting and being peaceful and serene. So that's another way that you could take care of that. Okay, jammers, I ain't gonna take too much more of your time. My time running out over here with y'all. I already know y'all got stuff to do. So if you guys like this shirt right here, this is a Jam TV original. You can get this shirt at jcastmusic.com and much more merchandise. Now these shirts, amazing. I've had this shirt for a minute and I just wash it, hang it dry, and it's still as crispy and as clean as ever. Another thing, let me get it close to you. So we got the shirts, the designs, and the book bags and everything else, and you can get these at www.iambizybone.com. We got so many things in there and got new designs coming up as well. Carbon Monoxide is on all streaming platforms. If y'all really want to hear something real good, up to date, relevant, stream Carbon Monoxide, iTunes Carbon Monoxide from the beginning until the end. I guarantee you, you will enjoy this record. If you like this episode, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel by clicking that. And then, of course, the notification bell, like, what did you say, baby? Something about click the notification bell or bing, 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 or whatever. Try not to kill each other during this isolation. Stay safe and isolate. Jam TV, baby.